Okay, so I'm Joe. I'm the Moody BBQ on Instagram. I've been cooking outdoors for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So I actually used to work for Tom. So Tom is the Low and Slow Bros, and so he was very much into the barbecue scene before we sort of met and before I got to know him. We've not seen each other for a while, but kept in touch and sort of seen what he's been doing and what I've been doing, and yeah, thankfully he's come here to assist me this weekend.
So Lawrence is husband of one of my good friends, Steph. There was just sort of a mutual love of cooking on fire. So Lawrence like more on the smoking and slow cook spectrum. I've probably done a little bit more grilling and the hotter stuff, so it seemed like a really good complement. We had the agreement that we'd both enter the competition, and if one of us got through, we'd take the other one to the final, so here we are.
I was me and Alex. So Alex, I went to school with Alex's wife. You know, we're just buddies. Like we've both gone into the woods, both had some hard times over the years, and the woods and cooking over fire and bushcraft and stuff like that. It's like kind of brought us together, and now we're good buddies.
For me, it's about bringing people together. So it's about being able to come home and spend time with family and friends, catch up over some good food, and have a few drinks, and yeah, it's that sort of community feel and bringing people together. That really does it for me.
Because it's unpredictable. There's a sort of certain amount of letting go of control with fire cooking. Like you've got to go with the flow, and I think that's really exciting.
I've cooked since I was about 8 years old. My mum taught me how to cook, and God bless her, she's not with us anymore. So this is kind of like my connection to being with her, and cooking kind of is my peace. I think it's because I literally I get home and I like the fire, and that's like I own a little woodland as well, so I go out and sit in my woodland, do fires and stuff like that. I just like the aim of it, where we have to use the flames, monitor that, and I don't know, it's just peaceful seeing the flames.
So live fire cooking is my favourite way of cooking anything really, just because firstly you get to go outside, it brings theatre, but you know, the amount of flavour that fire brings, the smoke, the way that you can sear and char things, throwing food into the fire is one of my favourite things to do. It's just an amazing tool to create food and flavours, but also it's very social too.
My love of live fire cooking came from my father. So my dad's from Iowa, Midwest, a lot of beef, a lot of corn, a lot of pig. And yeah, so he raised me from the age of 6, 7 years old, and that's when I got on the grill. And I got bit by that live fire bug, and it's been my journey ever since.
Live fire cooking is, for me, it's the only way of cooking outside. I'd rather be outside. When outside, I want to be more back to my roots with real fire, playing with the flames, working out which piece of wood to put on and the charcoal and building it up, having your different heat zones, and generally just playing around with it.
I'm Kate Humble, and this is my first time at Ludlow Food Festival. So this seems to be the perfect venue for somebody like me to just be inspired and eat quite a lot.
The inspiration for the competition, well, that came last year when I was here. This is our 12th year at Ludlow Food Festival. And it just seemed like the obvious place. We've got all these great chefs, we've got the fire stage down here, we've got some wonderful visitors. This beautiful surroundings in which to hold a competition just seems like the obvious choice. So we went, let's do that.
My advice to contestants, good luck, because there's a lot of pressure. You know, you got 15 minutes to set your grill up. Then once that 15 minutes is over, you've got 30 minutes to do your dish, and that's not a whole lot of time.
Biggest challenge, what's it going to be?
So timing's tight. You know, I think a lot of the stuff that I do currently is low and slow.
Possibly nerves. Like don't want to be nervous, but I think it's such a big thing that it's like a little bit of inevitable. So if we can keep that controlled and channel it into cooking, then I think we'll be in a good place.
The fridge raider. I do think I'm a little bit anxious about that one, but but it's all, we're all in the same boat here, so that's the thing that I'm taking from it. I was a little bit anxious about that, like putting something together from scratch like that. I'd say that's probably going to be the biggest challenge.
Just trying to take the pressure off Joe when he's in the big moments and let him do his thing.
You know, normally when you're cooking it's for leisure, you've got all the time in the world, but we've had some practice in and coming in on time, so do the same again this weekend.
There's some good cooks out there, so it's going to be tight, but I reckon Joe's got it.
Being the first live fire cooking championship would be absolutely amazing. Obviously we get the chance to go to the States, but I think for me, I don't live too far away from Ludlow, so really close. It'd kind of be a home win, which I think would be really special for the town and also like where I live in Bridgenorth.
I can't even think, to be honest. It would be incredible, I think, to get to this stage as it is, you know, and especially there was a lot of competitive, you know, there are some great cooks out there. And, yeah, so just to get to this stage is incredible.
It'd be unbelievable. It really will. Like it took such a journey, like coming along through this, and like my kids will be here tomorrow. Like my little girl, she's got spinal muscular atrophy. Like she's in a little electric wheelchair. You'll see her flying around everywhere tomorrow, and it's about showing them that anything's possible. Like so, you can put your mind to anything. Like take opportunities, don't you? Like I put my name in the app for this, and look where I am now.
Yeah, you know. Check out the view, and you know it's pretty incredible. So yeah, I think speechless would be my first thoughts, and then you know, but what great opportunity, fantastic opportunity to go you know, and compete at the World. So yeah, really excited, nervous, but looking forward to it.
You have 15 minutes to light those grills. I'm gonna tell you what's happening. We've got 3 rounds here for the championships. Today is called Friday Night Takeaway.
When you see passionate people putting it all out there for judges, is really just inspirational for me as a cook as well. And I just think more people need to be inspired by these guys who are just home cooks that just produce the most amazing food. And I think I was blown away. They practiced the dishes and they really perfected their flavour profiles. And there's so much pressure. You've just got one shot to impress us and impress our palate.
I love like Middle Eastern, like kind of spices and that kind of type of food. So I just went for that. It was based on the factor of the time and how I could make it as delicious as possible, and that's why I went with the chicken shawarma.
Everything came out as I wanted it to. It looked good. It tasted good. Time-wise, you know, it was tight, but everything was achieved that I wanted to. So yeah, I was really happy.
We were up against 2 other fantastic partnerships, but yeah, we've got some brilliant ideas and Mark's got some brilliant skills that hopefully will see us through.
Essentially, we're not massive takeaway fans, but if we do have takeaway, it'll be fish and chips. I also thought it was like quite a challenge to be able to put all those elements together on the barbecue. That was part of the challenge for me, and particularly with the time frame. I thought if we could deliver it, I think I personally felt it would score very highly. Happy with it. I'm happy with what we brought to it. I was really pleased to see that all 3 of us had different dishes as well, because I was worrying, like thinking, are they going to come with a kebab and stuff like that? But all 3 of us had a different dish. I think that made the round.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, all of our chefs.
I can say one thing that really impressed me. I thought that the beef fat drip on the flatbread, it made such a difference, and it was delicious. And the chicken that they cooked was delicious, so it was a really nice bite.
No, I think last night was as good as it was going to get. You know, everything went smoothly and as I'd sort of planned. So yeah, it was good.
We tabled everything that we wanted to, and a couple of extras from plans.
Are you guys ready? Okay. So this is round 2 of the British Live Fire Cooking Championships. We are supported by Kadai Fire Bowls
and Love Logs, and of course, Ludlow Food Festival, and a big old shout out because it was the refrigerator section. Everything was sourced by the Ludlow Farm Shop, so a big old thank you to them. It's all under here. So here's how it all works. Our competitors and their sous chefs have 15 minutes to light their fires and choose their ingredients.
You know, it went really quick, very intense, and obviously not knowing what ingredients you've got to cook with was, you know, a bit of anxiety there to try and figure out what we could come up with in a dish. But I had a sort of a rough idea of a theme that I wanted to go with, again, focusing on flavours. So yeah, hopefully I've done enough to make it through till tomorrow.
That second round was a bit stressful. We drew a blank like first up, and it came together as we were going, and we suddenly had these ideas come to us. But yeah, really happy.
Very nerve-wracking, the refrigerator experience, but it was brilliant. Like I think that's the bit I was anticipating, like anxiety about the whole thing, like because you got that sense of not knowing what's coming.
We were on the fly with that one. That was, for me, one of the biggest problems was I didn't have a plan as such. It might sound daft, but it was like an evolution through the kind of 45 minutes.
It was a bit risky going for like a veggie dish, although we'd done the kofta style pork kebabs on the side. You know, actually there was some good cuts of meat up there. You know, maybe we could have gone for something slightly different, but you know, all about flavours.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I was really happy with how it went and the dish that we produced, and that was the main thing. That was what it was all about for me this weekend. As long as I was happy with what I brought to stage, then that's all that mattered.
So, going through to tomorrow's super final. Our first contestant going through is local boy Mark Hammond. Give it up for Joe Gregory. And Alex, they did a great job as well.
Oh, it was fantastic. Thank you for having us. Like it was really good. Like getting up on stage and cooking in front of people, just unbelievable. I'm used to doing this in my back garden, you know, so the whole experience has been fantastic. Just the whole thing. Everyone's, like, hospitality from Kadai and Love Logs has been fantastic, and like where we've been put up, the whole organisation of it has been brilliant, and it's been super, really good. So I'm going to start a live fire cooking school. So I've got a little woodland that I already own, and I'm going to start with experiences coming into that. And this has all really been kicked off by this event. So like I haven't lost. Like this is only the start. I'm going to be going into my woodland, having people come down and cook with me in my little woodland, and it's going to be a lovely setting, and hopefully that'll take off. And then hopefully I might be back here next year.
I was in awe of all the 3 finalists today who were able to literally start from scratch, fires unlit, and 45 minutes later produce 3 really stunning dishes. And of course the hard thing is that when you're a judge you have to, you know, pick one dish over another. And we did feel that Wayne's dish was, in the face of very tough competition, it just wasn't quite the best. I have to say, the lamb was beautifully cooked. His glaze was delicious. That sort of, the mint was really cut through the kind of well-seared, beautiful piece of lamb. The look of his dish just wasn't quite as vibrant, and it didn't feel quite as innovative as the other 2 dishes, which is why it got marked down. Frankly though, if he came round to your house and cooked that, you'd be very, very happy indeed.
Really excited, a little bit surprised, still can't quite believe it, but we're through, so probably won't drink as much tonight, and got to like start thinking now because first hurdle's over, but again, perfectionist. I want to go and do it again tomorrow and win.
Both Joe and Wayne are brilliant cooks, and they did some excellent dishes. So to have got through it, we're really happy.
To be through is unbelievable. You know, it was a pinch myself sort of moment, and being up on stage and sort of the heart was pounding. You know, once the first contestant was announced, you know, wondering what was going to happen next. So yeah, I mean, I'm thrilled. I'm over the moon.
The World Food Championships is just going to be such an amazing opportunity for those guys to get to compete on the world stage, to potentially take home 100 grand with a competition that's growing itself and wants to be bigger and better next year. I really think this is like a perfect springboard for them.
9, 8,
So again, I've got a plan, sticking with the big flavours theme, you know, and sort of aimed off for getting into the final and having an idea of what I wanted to do. So as soon as I found out that we were through to the final, it was right. The saucy ingredients. We've got a plan. Let's stick to it.
I've been planning this since I knew I was in the final, so I know exactly what I'm going to do. It's going to be tough. Everything's got to go right for me to plate the dish, but if we do, I think we're in with a really good chance.
There's something primal about cooking over live fire. I think it just gets you back to that caveman era, you know?
I think nothing is filled with a bit of jeopardy, lots of excitement, and of course cooking with amazing British produce over amazing charcoal on amazing cookers doesn't get better than that.
I've seen the numbers, so you're winner of the first Live Fire Cooking Championships here at Ludlow's 30th anniversary with Kadai and Love Vlogs. Please make some noise for the crew from Bridge North, Mark Hammond, and us.
Good job, Lawrence.
I'm not going to lie, that was seriously tough. Credit to the other guys, because I said it there, they pushed us every step of the way, and we kind of knew it would come down to margins and we would have to do something really special today. I do genuinely believe, and I'll find out after, hopefully, but I do genuinely believe it came down to what was plated today. I think we went really high risk, which was a gamble, but you don't win anything by playing safe.
So had a really great time. You know, it's been fun. It's been exciting. There's been a lot of nerves, but what an experience. You know, and to be here in this environment, cooking in a castle, you know, it's been fantastic.
The big cheers they got every time we were mentioned, like having that sort of home support and looking out and seeing familiar faces. Just yesterday when we were doing that refrigerator and we were panicking, you'd look up and see someone you knew. It was just so relaxing and just so helpful.
Coming here, like, it's such an impressive place, especially lit up at night with all the lights and the way everything was set out. So yeah, I think Friday was probably my favourite.
Do it. Why not? Like, we did it just for fun, and look where we've ended up. So why not?
Just go for it. You know, don't be afraid. You know, if you're into barbecuing or backyard barbecuing, you know, whatever level or style that you do, you know, just take advantage of the opportunity. You know, throw your hat in the ring, and you know, you could experience something like this. So yeah, go for it.
Got to do it. Just go for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, you know, like you're coming to a fantastic event in a beautiful setting, and you're gonna cook and have some fun.